my hope is that we have such an impact on that community that when it brings light to the community, but it also brings change. It brings, healing to people. It brings salvation. I just want to see him just like touch lives of people in every area.
Jesus sets the captives free. He gives sight to the blind. He releases the prisoners. We just want to be part of that work of bringing Christ to a community and seeing it transform.
You always that's the big question. That's always the big question is, what's my purpose, God? What do you want me to do? What should I do? And I think as both of us, and I see it a lot in Audrey. I see a lot of God preparing her for the role, and I feel that for the last few years, God has just been intensely pouring into my life, but I see it in her just because she's not, it's not me. I don't have to internalize it. I can see, what God is doing in her life. So I know that something is coming. I just know that God is doing something. We're going to do something, and we just want to serve God. We just want the adventure. We just want to, have a legacy of, this, just to be able to step out in faith and just go, we went and did that because we just felt God wanted us to go there. And I feel that's with Merritt. So, and I think we're prepared to go over the last few years. And I think that God has just said, here, do this. And we're like, okay, sure.
For me, to be honest, it was, I had come to a place in my life and in my relationship with the Lord and in my walk with Christ where I'd stopped wondering, what's my purpose, or, where are you taking me? Where should I go? What should I choose? And I just felt the Lord go, just be faithful with what I've placed in front of you. Just things were placed in front of me, opportunities were placed in front of me where, my lead pastors, Briar and Johnny, called on us to kind of take that next step, and I just felt, just be faithful with what's being offered to you, and so when Merritt was, kind of on the table, I suppose, I was just in that place of it doesn't matter where it is or what it is. I just want to take that next step with the Lord, and I just want to go full in.
Then the one thing that we keep hearing over and over again is Merritt needs a life-giving church. Merritt needs us to come down there and be part of the church. And it's not us, like Audrey said, it's not us. It's God working through us. But they want somebody to come down there and just be that salt and light that we keep talking about. They need that, and the people that we talk to sound so desperate for something like that, just a movement of God, just Jesus Christ to come and invade that city. And that is really encouraging to hear other people, that we don't know, that are just like, yes, please come. This town needs you.
It's about bringing Christ to these communities and Christ in a way that brings joy and freedom and life to people, right? Jesus is the bread of life. He is the living water. Knowing Christ should bring life to people. and so that's our hearts, right? And that's what Motion Church, that's the core of Motion Church is let's bring Jesus in a life-giving way to these communities that don't have that.
All I've really ever known is the church life. So I want to say that I've been a Christian as long as I can remember. Although I have personally gone through some really trying times that have just done nothing but solidify my belief that this is right, this is true. Friends of ours wandered down to Motion Church in Kamloops. Actually, a few couples I know have headed down that way, and they all highly recommended we check it out, and so we did. And I really love the heartbeat of the community, like they say that on the beliefs page of your website, I think it is, and that it is to make a difference in other people's lives, and I really want that here. Well, the 100 campuses speaks of like a global community, and I really think that that's kind of what God wants us to do. It's literally the idea is to go and share the gospel and to offer people the opportunity to come and be part of a community of believers, and I think that's awesome, and especially since I live here, I kind of want that for my community too.
That's a great feeling because that's a big task. What we're doing seems like it's a big task. It requires faith. It requires us to just step out, and we're not doing it by ourselves, but it still requires a lot of faith just to step out and go, okay, we're going to suspend everything we're going to do, and we are just going to chase after Jesus in Merritt.